Welcome to the Wellness Lab Digest, where we help you to absorb powerful, life-changing insights from top wellness experts with our daily bite-sized wellness podcast summaries. Each episode is packed with distilled, powerful takeaways to boost your health and well-being. To support this podcast, please scroll down on whatever app you're listening. Ratings and reviews are helpful. Even better, just send the show to a friend. Check out our sponsors at the bottom of the page, or simply click the Support the Show link below the episode description. You know what's fascinating? Scientists discovered that your stomach can detect sugar and trigger cravings even when your taste buds are completely numb. It's like having a secret sugar radar in your gut that controls your mood without you knowing it.
That's such a mind-blowing concept. Our bodies are literally making decisions about food and mood behind the scenes. How does this hidden system actually work?
Well, it all comes down to this incredible highway of information called the vagus nerve. Think of it like a biological internet connection between your gut and your brain, constantly sending real-time updates about everything you eat.
So you're telling me our stomachs are basically running a sophisticated chemical analysis lab 24/7?
Exactly right. And here's what's really wild. These sensors in our gut are so precise they can detect specific amino acids, sugars, and fats, then signal our brain to release different chemicals that affect our mood. Like when you eat foods rich in L-tyrosine found in meats and nuts, it directly impacts your dopamine levels.
You know what's interesting about that? The timing of when we eat certain foods can actually help us hack our moods throughout the day.
Oh, for sure. Like how eating a protein-rich breakfast can boost dopamine and help with focus and motivation. But here's something most people don't realize. More than 90% of our serotonin, the feel-good chemical, is actually produced in our gut.
That's fascinating, but I've heard there's actually a bit of a misconception about that gut serotonin. Could you explain how it really works?
Well, here's the thing. While it's true that most serotonin is produced in the gut, the serotonin that actually affects our mood comes from neurons in a specific part of the brain called the raphe nucleus. It's like having two different serotonin systems working in parallel.
So that explains why the relationship between food and mood isn't as straightforward as just eating something and feeling better immediately.
Right. And speaking of surprising connections, let me tell you about this groundbreaking study on omega-3 fatty acids and depression. They found that taking 1,000 milligrams of EPA, that's one of the omega-3s in fish oil, was just as effective as Prozac in treating clinical depression.
That's incredible, and it really shows how powerful nutrition can be for mental health. Though I imagine it's not quite as simple as just taking fish oil supplements.
Well, that's where it gets even more interesting. When they combined the EPA with a lower dose of Prozac, they actually got better results than either treatment alone. But here's the key thing. No single nutrient or supplement is going to be a magic bullet.
Let's talk about the gut microbiome. I feel like there's so much confusion around that topic.
Oh man, you're not kidding. The microbiome is probably one of the most misunderstood aspects of nutrition and mood. These tiny organisms aren't actually trying to help us. They're just trying to create environments where they can thrive. Sometimes that benefits us, sometimes it doesn't.
That really changes how we should think about probiotics and fermented foods, doesn't it?
Absolutely right. And here's something that might surprise people. Taking too many probiotics can actually lead to brain fog and other negative effects. It's not just about cramming as many good bacteria in there as possible.
You know what I find fascinating about all this? How individual it really is. Like how some people thrive on a plant-based diet while others do better with more animal products.
That's such a crucial point, and it ties into this remarkable research by Dr. Aaliyah Crum at Stanford about how our beliefs about food can actually change how our bodies respond to it physiologically.
Tell me more about that research. It sounds incredible.
So they did this experiment where they gave people identical milkshakes, but told one group it was a healthy low-calorie shake and the other group it was an indulgent high-calorie shake. The fascinating part? Their bodies responded differently based purely on what they believed they were drinking.
So our mindset about food literally changes how our bodies process it? That's wild.
And it goes even deeper than that. They measured something called ghrelin, that's our hunger hormone, and found that people who thought they were drinking the indulgent shake had a much more significant drop in ghrelin levels, meaning they felt more satisfied even though it was exactly the same shake.
That really shows how complex the relationship is between our brain, our gut, and our food choices.
Exactly. And it's why we need to be careful about oversimplified nutrition advice. It's not just about calories or nutrients, it's this intricate dance between our beliefs, our biology, and our behavior.
So, what would you say are the key takeaways from all this research?
Well, first, understanding that our gut and brain are in constant communication through multiple pathways, not just through taste, but through complex chemical signaling systems. Second, that what works for one person might not work for another because of differences in our microbiome and genetic makeup. And finally, that our beliefs and expectations about food can significantly impact how our bodies respond to it.
And I suppose it's important to remember that while food is a powerful tool for affecting our mood, it's just one piece of the puzzle along with sleep, exercise, and social connections.
That's right, and I think that's actually the most empowering part of all this research. We have more control over our mood through food than most people realize, but it's about understanding these systems and working with them, not trying to find quick fixes or one-size-fits-all solutions. Thank you for listening to the Wellness Lab Digest. If you have received value from the podcast, I have 3 asks of you. 1, share the show with your friends and send them a link to the show. 2, please leave a rating and review in whatever app you're listening. And last but not least, please let me know what topics you would like us to cover in the future. You can contact me by sending me a message using the Send Us a Text link below the episode description.